Hey team. So this reading comes as a request. Bear with me because I somehow or another I've been living under a rock when it comes to this case. I've done a couple of readings on it before. This was a request. So today I'm going to try to look into the Delphi. I'm going to try to look at it through, we'll start with Libby. I want to look at what happened that day through Libby's point of view. So what I know, this is what I know. I think it was 2017. Now don't get me with the details because I'm learning here. I've done a couple readings just by request again. One on the guy that was arrested, Richard Allen. And then I did another one on someone that my friend asked me to do, which was a guy by the initials of BH. It's in my true crime playlist. I don't remember much, but I remember BH. His cards were not very good. So let's look at this through Abby. So what happened was, I think around between 2 and 2:30 p.m., the girls were together, 13 and 14, around that age, best friends. They were online. They had that same day been in contact with somebody catfishing them, pretending to be someone younger when really it was a fake profile. Then they asked to get a ride from one of their big sisters over to the trails where the big bridge is in Delphi, which is kind of like what Delphi has become famous for. So the girls were supposed to meet their family to get picked up somewhere between like 3 and 5, and they couldn't find them. They sent out search parties. The weird thing is I want to say that I heard that the search parties were called off before it got dark, which is weird. I don't know. I've heard varying things about that, whether or not that's true. So Abby's who I want to go through. Through Abby's eyes, she was the one that took the video and posted it too of the bridge guy. That, hey girls, down the bridge or something. Down there is what he said. The crappy part, there's a lot of crappy parts about this case. But the two girls were found the next day at the bottom of the bridge over a little river. So whoever took them would have had to cross this little water river thing. And they say that their bodies were staged. They also were killed using a knife. They both had been washed. One was naked. The other was wearing the other's clothes. They were positioned. There was weird sticks around. And it's kind of like, okay, and I did read that the defense is, from Richard Allen, the guy who's being accused, his defense is that this was done by a cult, that it couldn't possibly have been done by just one person, which does seem like it couldn't have been done by one person. And how did the search team miss them? Okay. Let's look through the point of view of Abby. All right, Abby. So, Abby and her BFF Libby they get to the park. Let's start where they're on one side of the bridge. Looks like they just crossed the bridge. Now they're at the end and they notice, and they're creeped out enough to actually videotape the sky. So, through Abby's perspective, what was it about this man that made them feel like, hey, I better turn my video camera on, which is genius, by the way. Okay. Abby's point of view. What was it about this man that made her start recording? And we only got a little blurb of it. Apparently there's more recorded. So what was it about this man? Show me through your point of view. Why did you start recording this man? Why did you start recording this man? Page of Swords, that's gathering information. So there she is, gathering information, starting to record this guy. She's with a group of friends here. hanging out with friends. Okay, right in the middle. You got yourself in a bind. So right away she was feeling a threat. This is being imprisoned. It could actually be mean it literally, but this is about being stuck in a situation. Everything was going, you notice something's wrong. She's got her head on a swivel there, checking out if something's wrong. She's with a friend, at least one that we know of for sure, and they're in a situation here. Okay, another card about friendship, and this is a card about love. This Ace of Cups would be a new love, which reminds me that the reason that they were there, remember, I just said that they were catfish. Like they were thinking that they were talking to somebody around their age, like 13, 14, but it ended up being some old guy. Just so weird. All right, so why did she look at this? The Emperor in reverse right here. So this is her gathering information about the Emperor is a father. This guy's got kids. He's a dad, okay? She saw him, and when he's in reverse, he still has authority over them, which makes sense of why they would listen to his get down there, go down there command. But this guy is abusing his authority completely. Okay, their little gathering, their day of fun here amongst friends. It looks like they were in a bad way. They had the Wounded Warrior card in reverse. So this fun time, the good time, was about to end. Here they are being bound, being trapped in a situation that they can't get out of. Because with the Page of Wands in reverse, they don't have a chance here to try to run away. They don't have a chance to try to think of a new plan of action. It happened that quick. Now, this is a card about childhood. It's a card about memories. And we get the Seven of Cups in reverse. So this card of memories, nostalgia, friendship is underscored by a card of, oh, I get it. Okay. This is a card of being gaslit. See how this guy's head's all up in the clouds? He's confused. His head's in the clouds. Well, it's a gaslighting card. Well, in reverse, the cloud is starting to dissipate. You're starting to see the truth, which is, remember, we said this offer of love and friendship, and look at this, right back to them being tricked. The catfishing thing. This is your swindler piece of crap trying to get something underhanded, trying to get away with something. And who's on both sides? This man trying to get over on something. So they were looking around for this, this cute boy or whoever they thought, but real quick they figured out something's wrong. That's why she started taping them, because she knew that they were tricked. That's not the guy that was supposed to be there. Okay, at least we're tapped into the cards. So, all right, so what happened to you next? You follow his instructions. You're at the bottom of the hill. What happens next? I mean, there's theories like, did he take them somewhere and bring them back and stage their bodies? Did it all happen right there? What happens next? You're at the bottom of the hill with at least one man. What happens next to you guys? Once you get to the bottom of the hill, what happens to you? There's that group of friends again. That makes me almost think of if he had a group of friends with him. Or it could signify them together, Abby and Libby. Okay, this Page of Cups, which alludes to him telling them something that isn't true. This is a card about messages, but it's a card about putting lipstick on a pig. So that's kind of like back to the catfishing thing. There he is again, right in the middle. He's trying to make them feel safe when they get to the bottom of the hill by feeding them a line of crap. Okay, Knight of Wands, he starts doing something fast now. He's taking fast action. That's a card about defending yourself. I wonder if any of them had defensive wounds. But it's this group of friends, or, two friends, having to defend themselves against this swift action. This guy took fast hit first. Oh, it's all in trying to make them feel safe. We asked what happened when they got down to the hill. He acted fast and put them in the state of having to defend themselves. So here's this group of friends. They're in a bad way. They're trying to figure out a way out of it once they get to the bottom. There's a lot of secrets being kept. Their intuition is telling them that this guy is not telling the truth. Under this father figure type dude, we're getting the Temperance card in reverse, which means he had no intentions of protecting them. They knew right away something was off. It's also a card about the timing being off. Now, this fast action he took had been in, this means with the Magician card, it had been something that was planned meticulously and made to fruition. The Magician is somebody who has all the tools at their disposal to manifest what they want. And unfortunately, this quick action is what they had manifested. It's what they planned, and it was happening. Now, this defense, there's someone playing defense over here, defending themselves. It like almost reminds me of him standing at the top of the hill, like pushing them down, you know, coaxing them down. But underneath that, we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. So they've lost control here, the girls. They're in a bad way. They think they can get themselves out of it, but near the end of this spread, they've lost control. They've lost their power anyway. All right. So this guy seems to try to make them feel safe, but they can tell right away something is not safe. So far, we're seeing specifically that Emperor father figure guy. Okay. So you guys are at the bottom of the hill with this creepy guy that you have on video. You can tell something's not right. Let me ask this question. Who physically hurt you guys? Who physically contributed to your deaths? Who physically, because they say it's more than one person. Please show us who physically contributed to your deaths. Okay. Queen of Cups, Secret, the Moon card, Queen of Wands in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse. Lots of female energy here. More female energy. Male. Two of Wands, Four of Pentacles, the Sun in reverse. Okay, who physically contributed to their deaths? Now, why the heck am I getting all this female energy? Let me try to make a little bit of sense of this. Right in the middle of our spread, we have a female energy that's making plans here. Plans for two energies to come together. Making plans, usually it's two people coming together. Now, the Queen of Wands in reverse. It's somebody who's normally really charismatic, magnetic. She would be like the leader of your friend group. She's the one she's the cool girl at school. Everybody wants to be around her. Now, she's in reverse, so it's this female energy. It doesn't have to be an actual female. It's feminine energy that's made plans. Who physically contributed to your deaths? Over here, we have another two females. So out of these cards, we've got 3 out of 4 queens. So this is 2 women here. They both have their backs to this situation. They're both turning their backs. One wears their heart on their sleeve. The other is a total ice queen who, in this position, is thriving off of lies, clouded judgment, and ruthlessness. So we have this complete opposites here. A woman that wears her heart on her sleeve, very emotional, almost can tell what's going to happen before it happens. And another one who is angry. But it's strange how they both have their backs to this situation. Okay, then we have this man who's wielding a knife, the King of Swords. Now this guy's all business. He's not using his feelings at all. He's doing something under the cover of night. Using a little bit of trickery, alludes to mental instability, but he's got no feelings in this. He's coming in with a sword. He's cold. He's calculated. King of Swords. So this masculine energy doing something sneaky at night. Now, weird that we have this feminine energy that's running the show here about the Two of Wands. Now, I hate to be crass, but when the Queen of Wands is in reverse, it could also have a sexual undertone. So is it somebody making plans to do something sexual? Now, I think I've heard that there was no sexual abuse. I hope that that's true. This is a card about secrets coming out, the High Priestess. It's a card about not following your gut intuition and trying to be extremely possessive here. Here you're hanging on for dear life of what's important to you, whether it's evidence, whether it's knowledge, whether it's money, it's something of value. So somebody is being extremely protective over something. Okay, over keeping things undercover. So you have the single girl, independent female energy again being hidden, kept undercover. Same thing with this kept undercover at night. It's like they tricked one girl using her feelings. This is kind of going back to the catfish thing. Like using one girl's feelings against her logic, hiding. But this male energy definitely had plans. This is a confusing one. Let's go back into order here and see if we see these same people come out, we'll see what's going on. That female stuff is absolutely confusing. Okay. So we'll go back in order. They're at the bottom of the hill. We were doing good there. Now, did he take you guys directly across the river or that little waterway to where your bodies were found, where you were killed? It seems like they were both stripped. This just absolutely sucks. There was also a bullet found around there, a bullet casing, which is how they got Richard Allen. But nobody had a bullet wound. And nobody heard a bullet being, or a gun being fired. And like I said, they were all looking for him throughout the day, into the night. They were found the next day, I think before noon at some time. All right, so you're at the bottom of the hill. You're noticing things are going wrong. What happens to get you to go? What happens when you are on the other side of that water? What happens? What happens from there? What happens next, guys? All right, judgment in reverse. Somebody made the ultimate decision here, playing judge, jury, and executioner. The Fool in reverse, taking the wrong path. The absolute wrong road here. The Hierophant in reverse, going against all your morals and ethics. Page of Wands in reverse again. That's like, I always use this card is when it's in the upright, it's like striking a match. And it has that match has the possibility to grow into a bonfire, to do all sorts of things. This is about being excited, to having a lot of energy and chutzpah to make something happen. But in reverse like this, I think of it as having all that energy like them. It's their life path, the plans that they had. And unfortunately, somebody just putting out that match, not giving them a chance. Now here comes this a second male energy. We asked what happened when they got to the other side of that water, which is where their bodies were found. Now we're getting a King of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody who is not being very dependable, not very good with money, but still likes his material things. Somebody not really dependable, not reliable. He could be a business owner. Oh, that's a tough one. Okay, look at now under the judgment card, that judge, jury, and executioner, we're getting the justice card. Okay, making them walk away. They made them walk. That's that wrong path. They made them walk to where they were vulnerable. Knight of Pentacles. So people making a bad moral choice, they're moving slowly, which is strange. The Knight of Pentacles is about slow movement, but totally protected because the Knight of Pentacles moves slow. because he's wearing a total, like a body armor, but he's protecting this valuable thing. So they get down there to the other side of the water. Things start slowing down a little bit. The decision's already been made on what to do. We already got that the plans were made. Now things are in motion, not happening really fast, but the plan is in motion. So there is this situation, the straw that broke the camel's back, too much for them to even comprehend that it was going to be the end for them. This King of Pentacles is the fake friend. Check this out. Knight of Cups. This is Prince Charming coming in with a proposition, an invitation of love and friendship, a relationship. Usually somebody younger than a king. So, and in reverse, he's fraudulent. So this makes me think that this King of Pentacles in reverse is the same one that coaxed them there. He pretended to be someone younger and said, I'll meet you there. But really, it was this older man. It wasn't really him. Back to their secretive plans at night. Trickery. Yeah, they tricked them. Going down the wrong path. They had to turn around and leave what they cared about. They felt like they had to. They were pressured. It was too late. There was nothing they could do. These plans were moving forward. So I'm not seeing something happening really fast. Once they get over to that water, now we're seeing this man shows up that tricked them. And he's not the emperor, because that emperor, which would be bridge guy, is what it looks like. He comes out as like a father figure. The emperor is also the ruler of the kings, which would suggest that he is the boss of this operation. Okay, you guys are on the other side of the water. You just showed us the people that were there, the plans that were happening. Now it looks like, I don't know if it's the same guy that tricked you, but that guy that tricked you to be there now shows up. Then what happens? So it looks like you guys are either with at least one man, probably two. What happens, guys? What happens next? You're over there. I don't even think people would be looking for you, but pretty soon they'd be looking for you. What happens once you're over there? Please show us the story. What, you guys are over on the other side. You've got these guys with you. Then what? Did they take you somewhere, or did it all happen? Did they take you somewhere, or were you killed right then and there? Were you taken somewhere and brought back, or were you killed right by that river, right then and there? Okay, 4 cups. There he is, King of Swords again, when we asked who was there. That's being bound. They were being tied, they were being bound. That's what happened next. They were backed into a corner. They had no way out. The Lovers. Okay, over, let's see. This guy's winning. Now, the weird thing about these cards is I asked if they were moved or did it happen right there. Now, with the Chariot card, it makes me think this is a card about travel. It is a card, though, also about just motion, forward motion. Like I say, pedal to the metal, full speed ahead when I see this card. So a card about this is about being ignored, being apathetic, being indifferent, not noticing something. A car. Somebody in a car? Is there even a road down there? It doesn't have to be a car, it's a vehicle, a mode of transportation. This evil, cold, and calculated man here. he sees this as a victory for him. Not only is this a W, a win for him to do this disgusting things to these girls, now he's in an angry position. He is completely brutal, the King of Swords in this position. So we're looking at older men here, or at least he's an older man. And look he's winning. And not only is he winning, but he wants other people to know about it. So here is the girls being tied up, being bound, being trapped again with the World card. Now this could mean two things. This could mean an absolute ending, cycle complete, their end for the girls, or it could mean something done online, because this is my internet card. Like were they posting pictures of them being tied up? Here they are being backed into a corner. They don't have a choice. Got this emotional satisfaction here. And then we get the lovers. The lovers, so this doesn't have to be two lovers either. This could be Abby and Libby. It's two people that love each other very much. And with the Temperance card, it's usually two opposites that they go together. Even though they're opposite, they're different. It's a good combination. This is like, think of this as the bartender card. They're good together. Two people making a decision together could also signify two couples. This really isn't answering my question as much as I'd like it to. Let me use this deck. It seems like they were killed right away, but why the Chariot? Let me ask with this deck. Why are you showing us the Chariot here? Were they taken somewhere? Oh my God, look at the card that was right here. The Emperor, again, that father figure, the boss. Tied to that vehicle, mode of transportation. He was making a selfish move, but like in his mind, it was like, I don't even know, like affection. Why the Chariot though? Is this forward progress or is this a vehicle? Why the Chariot? Did he take them in a vehicle? Okay, we got a couple that fell out. The Ten of Cups in reverse and the Judgment card. This Emperor is definitely the one that planned it, made the decision to end their lives. Now, it could have destroyed his family, but he had tunnel vision there. He's only thinking of himself. They still don't want to answer a question about this darn... Yeah, he couldn't think of anything else with that Hangman in reverse. He had tunnel vision. Just self-satisfaction. Disgusting. Why the Chariot? Why the Chariot? Okay, big plopper. We'll take it. Now we're getting the Lovers in reverse. So it could be that... Okay, it looks like there's a good possibility with that card that they were separated. Same with the Two of Wands in reverse. That's a separation. Six of Pentacles, there was an exchange made. Ace of Wands in reverse. That is, that could be violence. That's anger. There's that fake friend, that guy with a dozen roses and a picnic, but it came out in reverse. So he's a fraudulent friend. Losing control. They have a lot of options, but they don't have much time. Now, what this could mean to me is that there was a mode of transportation that was overlooked down there. We asked about once they got down there, but it does look like they were tied. So far, it looks like they were tied there and ended there almost immediately. So I'm going to ask this straight out in the open. It's crazy that that Emperor came out. So in my opinion, the King of Swords and the Emperor. We were looking at two men and that fraudulent friend. So it looks like three men so far. Don't ask me about all that feminine energy because I don't understand. I mean, it could be Libby and Abby, could be a couple of them. Just so weird. Okay. Were your bodies, were you taken out of that location and brought back? Or were you killed right there? Were you girls taken out of that area and brought back? Because they were staged. Remember, it had to have taken some time. Or did it all happen right there? Okay. Gosh, I just pray that these two didn't suffer. It's crazy how scary that must have been for them. Okay, were you guys taken out of this location and brought back? Or did it all happen right then and there? Were you moved out of that location and brought back? The star in reverse. That's no hope there for healing. They had no hope for healing or getting better. Something that they couldn't ignore anymore. They didn't have a lot of hope at all. That's my victim card. There's that Queen of Wands, that angry, selfish, aggressive female energy under not having hope. Okay, it couldn't be ignored. They were wounded to the point, like they were wounded very bad. They weren't even trying to get away because they were hurt with the Wounded Warrior in reverse. They didn't have a chance. This is no communication. So those guys cut off all their communication. They had no chance at getting a hold of their family. Knight of Pentacles. I don't think that they were moved anywhere, but somehow, some way, they protected the area that they were in. You know, they weren't in, it doesn't seem like they were in any hurry to get this done because it, like, almost like there was other people there with the Knight of Wands, like being the lookout, protecting the situation. Okay. Let's see. Why didn't that search group find you guys? If your bodies were there all night long, why didn't all of those groups of people that were out there looking for you with flashlights during the day even, why didn't nobody see you? How did nobody see you, girls? Why did it take till the next day for you to be found? Sorry, my dog's making all kind of noises over there. All right. How was it that you weren't found right away with those search teams? Okay, Two of Cups. That's a deal made, a promise, a pact between two friends. Strength in reverse. There's that star again. They were hidden. Guard down. There's that King of Pentacles that showed up before. He's in cahoots with someone else, obviously. They made a deal to get away with it. There's the plan. There's these girls absolutely stuck. Backed into a corner. They had no hope. They were hidden with the star in reverse too. It's like their bodies were hidden for a while or hidden somehow. Maybe there was bushes and shrubbery around. But who are these Two of Cups? Two of Cups, these two people making a deal to get away with something. They made a deal and they did get away with something. We're asking about how their bodies, who are these two people? All right, we got some flippers. The first one that fell out is our Judgment card. Again, the people that made the decision to take their lives. Now, our flippers, when we're asking who the two people were that made the deal, we're getting male energy, King of Cups in reverse. This is a male that's overly emotional, mentally unstable. Also somebody who's got unhealthy codependencies with females, with alcohol, with drugs. And they're spilling, okay, basically it's this two friends here talking about spilling secrets, trusting each other with their innermost thoughts of their unhealthy thoughts. They had planned this, they were sharing it. This was a deal they made, it was in the works. Okay, over here, it was all part of the plan. Okay, over here, this having your guard down after betrayal. Why are we getting this 7 of Wands? Having your guard down after betrayal. Thank you. 8 of Pentacles. This is the work card. Doing the same thing over and over and over again. Well, they were stabbed, but these people were working on this together. Working on it together. Was Abby and Libby moved? Or were their bodies found right where they were, in the same place? That's what I want to ask. Were their bodies found in the same place that they were killed? We got a couple that popped up. This exact card that we've been getting. The 8 of Swords. That being bound. Being tied up. And I really do think that it's a possible. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they were. But maybe it at least looks like it here. They were tied up. They were stuck in chaos here with the 6 of Swords in reverse. They had no way of getting out. So that tells me no, they were in that spot. There was no travel. They were trying to go into their inner space here, praying. I do get the feeling that it was over pretty quickly for them, which is a good thing. Okay. Let's ask this. Abby. Did Abby know? Did they know who killed them? Did they know these people? Did they, or person, guy? Did Abby and Libby know who killed them? Because that one guy I did a reading on was one of their boyfriend's dads. The one that seemed more guilty than the guy that's on trial. Okay. Did Abby and Libby know the person, or how did she know, or did she know the person or people responsible for killing her? Did Abby and Libby, did they know the person or people that killed them? How did they know the person or people that killed them? Okay, it's because they had a deal with them and the promise was broken. I think that's the deal to meet up, that false thing. Okay, somebody was being greedy in a gross way, wanting their wish fulfillment, but in a gluttonous type of way. It's gross. Now we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So that's doing something out of the ordinary. Quitting a job. There's that being tied up again. They're tied up in a predicament. The Hierophant. How did you know them? They were part of their community. Possibly even some type of an extended family. Or they know their extended family. Extended family is in here. This person, this ultimate gluttony, that gross vibe, they're keeping their mouth shut with that. They had to make a decision to either quit their job or do something completely out of the ordinary. How did you know them? Being tied up at night. Then we get this Lovers in reverse over the Hierophant. That makes me think a divorce. So who in one of their families had a divorce from somebody? Because both of these cards right here, all 3 of these, actually all 4 of these cards make me think a possible breakup between 2 people who care about each other. The Hierophant equals commitment. Now this could also be a group of people who share the same code of ethics and morals. So it could be like we were saying before, this could be the cult. Let's see if there's any truth to that theory. All right, girls. What about this cult? Their bodies were found positioned with... Now, the weird thing is people have looked into the runes, like how the sticks, how their bodies were laid, how the sticks were laid over their bodies, and then there was some kind of a symbol. I don't know anything about runes, but people that do, I know, have looked at them, and it's kind of, but it could just mean something to this weirdo group. It could just be a small group that has their own little rules about things. So, was this like a cult that's responsible for doing this to you? Was a group of people or a cult responsible for doing this to you girls? Okay, somebody getting caught doing something shitty. Trying to get over the nightmare in their head. It's like something that keeps them up at night thinking about it. Gross. There's that killer, one of the killers, King of Swords. Having a whole lot of options. And the Hierophant in reverse this time. Going against the moral code. Okay, somebody's getting caught because they were injured. Then we get the Chariot in reverse. There's that single female that needs help, like a damsel in distress. Now, they are tied to evil, dark, toxic things. They were being watched for a long time. I would say that this is a group, but it's a group that mainly talks and sees each other online. So it's a group of people. They have their code of ethics is really messed up. It wouldn't surprise me if there was a female involved in this somehow. But yes, I think they're chained to darkness. They're chained to evil. Let me ask this. I'm not sure, forgive me for this, but this will be my last question. I'm not sure who had the boyfriend, who last name Holder. I think Abby. Okay, I think Abby. But your boyfriend, that you see an older boy. I saw a video that his dad posted of him like lifting weights, and the dad was, it was creepy. It's still up there if you want to look. He's got a YouTube page. I think it's still up there. There's that Tower in reverse and not feeling bad about it. All right, this boyfriend of yours, Holder, was he involved in any way in your murders? Did this boyfriend know? Was the boyfriend involved in your murders? All right. 5 of Swords, the bullying card. Being pushy, being bullied, making the wheels turn. Forward progress. Lots of communication here with the 8 of Wands. Tons of communication. DMs, calls, messages. There's that stupid Hierophant card again. And injury. Wanting to quit. Unable to walk away. The boyfriend was, in my opinion, allegedly, the boyfriend was pushed into spying on them, okay? Spying on them, coaxing them to be where they wanted them to be at the time they wanted them to be there, watching them digitally on the phone, checking in on them with all these messages. I would say yes, he knew about their deaths. This is the death in reverse, an ultimate ending, and all kinds of communication connected to it. Here's the Hierophant, this group he was trying to break away. The boyfriend was trying to break the chains, but he didn't stand a chance because she was already hurt. It was too late. He was pushed into this situation. He had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. This is something that he didn't want to be in this position, but he was pushed into it. Pushed into what? To get the wheels turning, to do some spying, to get back with them. Lots of communication here about their deaths. I mean, you'd think that this would be able to get tapped into. seems like I said, like the boyfriend didn't really want to have anything to do with it, but he was for sure pushed into it. And then it was too late because one of them was hurt beyond, maybe he got involved. It seems like he got involved like before, wasn't aware of how bad it got. Look at this. There's that emperor, that dad again, next to that, one of these girls. That dad, see? All right. I'm going to ask about Mr. Holder. Did he play a part in Abby and Libby's murders? His initials are BH. Did he, do this one more time. Did he play a part in Abby and Libby's murders? This BH, the one who is the dad of the boy that one of the girls were dating. What role, if any, did he play in their murders? Ace of Wands, a planner. Planning to hurt them there. Taking away their options. It's all about feelings. There's the dad, the emperor. Like using his son's feelings almost. There's feelings again. All these opportunities, he saw it for him as an opportunity of action, an opportunity of, ugh, I don't even want to use the love word because that's not what it is. Having total control of their destiny, what happened to them physically. He had a deal with somebody else. Here's these two men. One that wears their heart on their sleeve, the boss. The one that wears his heart on his sleeve was trying to get in good with the group. He was doing this he must have been on the outs, and he was doing it to work his way back into their good graces. And look at the emperor. He's the emperor, the leader of this group, this community, this extended family, doing something under the cover of night, doing something secret. And there's our victim cards to Abby and Libby. So in my opinion, yes. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm dying to know what you think about this case, because it's something that I want to follow. It seems like this Richard Allen is getting the shaft, you know. But let me know what you think. See you guys in the comments. Bye.